guys, how are you?
Hey, Perry.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody?
Okay, so now listen, if you follow my channel, you guys know I don't work half as hard as I used to. I just don't. I used to put out 3 videos a day, wanted to be up the first one I stopped that about a year ago. Now I work when I want to. You got to be a pretty good story for me to talk about it. It's got to be something I'm interested in, okay? Kind of got tired of watching the Housewives, stopped doing them, and just only do stories that catch my attention. Had no intentions of really messing with Beverly Hills this year because I thought, wasn't last year's torture enough?
It was pretty bad.
Wasn't it enough?
Yeah.
But I decided, hey, Erika gave us a pretty good season last year with all the lies, and then I hear you're going to add drug addict on top of it this year. That might be good. Let's go check it out. We still got Lisa. We still have Lisa Rinna. She's always good entertainment. Let me go watch it.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great because Beverly Hills, and this is true in real life, is like a bubble, okay? That is impressed with themselves. That their world is different than the rest of us, right? Most people I know, when they get robbed, it goes a lot different. We'll get into that in a minute. Okay, we'll get into that in a minute. I wanted to say, before I even say, PK, I was trying to roll with you this year. I had a great hatred for you. It kind of dwindled when we had an enemy in common, Miss Wilkie. She's pathetic, So I was like, hey, PK realizes her patheticness too. Maybe we can roll together. So I'm not going to go too hard on you, PK. But I'm not.
I'm not gonna vouch for him though. No.
I can't.
I can't. I don't get to go
I'm
hard
thinking
on
either
him.
one or two things happen. One, PK, you completely made this robbery up, or Bravo set you up. Let's just get to it. I mean, most robbers. Let's just take the Avants, who got robbed in the same neighborhood. They're in their 80s. Unfortunately, the robber took Clarence Avant's life. Even with that being said, I don't think Mrs. Avant went to therapy, which she could have. That's a reason to go to therapy. My grandmother, who lived in Detroit, has since passed on, got robbed at gunpoint in the inner city of Detroit. Didn't need therapy. My dad got robbed at gunpoint in California. Didn't go to therapy. Didn't cry for days. We didn't have a party for him. It's just the behavior alone. And if you're that upset, PK insists the party must go on. We still must have the party because we're not going to let these people stop us. And most people that I know who get robbed at gunpoint aren't blessed enough to have nothing happen to them. The robber leaves a phone for you to call the cops on them. And then you mysteriously get $1 million to pay off your gambling debt. I'm sorry, PK. I'm going light on you. I'm going light.
It was a celebration, Sharrell. It was
Kyle's crying. You didn't get robbed. What the hell are you crying for? She was crying like this. I'm not lying. I got the clip. Should I show? Oh no! Is that your storyline this season, Kyle?
You know what? Yeah.
To be the kiss ass that you are.
Her storyline this year is the caring woman, and then her child getting over the COVID pandemic.
She's so caring and so devastated and worried about everyone's feelings, except if your brother dies and they think you sold stories to the tabloid. Then she doesn't give a damn. She don't care if your brother died or not. She'll come in and say, did you sell a story? Did you sell a story? I mean, this is so full of shit. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I haven't even started. I'm just giving you a precursor of how many things went wrong in this robbery. Okay? I mean, I know so many. My son got robbed. Remember? Oceanside, California.
Yep.
in high school on break, got robbed at gunpoint. He cried because he ran and jumped a fence. No one left him a cell phone, count to 40, and you call the cops on me.
And nobody has a celebration party neither.
And then, yeah, he came to the car crying. I go, why are you crying? He goes, I just got robbed. I said, oh my God, thank God you're okay. Let's go get something to eat. There was no therapy. No therapy. What? I didn't call everybody we knew over and cried and give you a pity party. It's going to be okay. It's okay. You should be thankful to be alive. You escorted them around the house. You didn't hear the glass break. Let me go into, should I?
Look.
You didn't hear the glass break, but you heard the door open. The only thing that's missing, I hate to say this.
Don't hate it.
But I'm going to say it. Were the intruders black, Dorit?
Well, I think that was
Were
the
they
rumor.
black? That's the only thing that's missing. Because there's a lady named Diane Downs that shot her children at gunpoint, and the guy that robbed her was black. Kind of found out she killed her kids herself.
Yeah.
Were they black? Or are they just incompetent? What burglar leaves you a cell phone to call the cops on them when they're done?
She didn't. Yeah, I mean, she didn't want to go that far. She said, "I didn't hear the glass break, but I heard the door open, and then."
Oh no! Get this part, Perry. This is my favorite part. I'm staying in a $6 million home with an alarm system. I'm home alone by myself because I usually have people with me, and I decide not to turn on the alarm.
Now, what kind of alarm system is it? It got to be an expensive one if you're gonna spend that much for the house. But then she said, well, the reason why I didn't turn it on because I didn't want the kids wandering through the house. What alarm system? Now, let's keep it real. When you set your alarm, do that mean you can't get out of bed?
Well, if you have the motion detectors on.
Well, no. I'm saying I get that part, right? But you didn't have these kids for a day or two. She had these kids for a while.
Her whole life.
Are you telling me you never turned the alarm on? Let's keep it real, Sharrell. I'm just saying, like, it just don't sound. She's starting to sound like Erika 2.0.
The crying. Now, when she tells the story, I could play this clip. When she tells the story, no tears. They came in, and I looked up, and there was these big brown people in front of me, and they took me at gunpoint, and they say, "Where's the stuff?" Like they can't find it themselves. Okay, fine. They go to every room. They let your children sleep. They let your children sleep. That's what I'm saying. Maybe Bravo set them up. Maybe for a storyline. I mean, because there's no other storyline going on here.
Wouldn't the kids have woke up when they charged towards her and said, "Get down, get down"? I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna go in on you, PK. We share a common enemy. We need to be worried about the enemy, but we're not. I can't get past the story. So I'm going very lightly. Very lightly.
But
don't forget, I'm a little bit different than you. I know people that have gotten robbed in that same neighborhood that didn't walk away, and they're in their 80s. Dorit is a young woman with a lot of life ahead of her that could have fought back and everything. They left her and your kids sleep peacefully. But they were scared of an 85-year-old man in the same neighborhood.
Well, let me ask you this. So,
oh my God.
When she asked the burglars to leave the cell phone by the gate. Well, no. The guy said I guess the burglar said he'll leave it by the gate. He
was a nice burglar. He said, count to 40, and I'm going to leave your phone by the gate so you can call the cops on me.
Did he leave his phone number too, just in case she decided she wanted some of the stolen items back? I'm just saying.
And then I have known people that when you want to set up something for money, I've known people, I hate to say this, that have burned their own house down, but you get caught. Because it's just, for the insurance money. People have done things for insurance money.
Yeah, not everybody get caught.
But regular people who just get robbed, you don't get $1 million to go pay your Bellagio gambling debt off.
Right.
I'm sorry, PK. I'm not going to call you a liar. I'm just going to say.
That's where I think the tears came from.
Dorit was blessed.
That's where I think the tears came from. Like, okay, for one, Am I getting too far ahead of the story, or I could just say
No,
whatever?
no, I didn't even mean to talk about this first, but
Well,
I
yeah, the
couldn't
whole thing
help
is
it.
just this. It's just this. Like he show up to the party. No. Before while he's heading to the party, he don't call his he don't
Wait,
call
what
his
was
wife.
that, Perry? Let's talk about the party. Was there a burglar party? Why is everyone gathered at Kyle's house?
I'm trying to tell you. I got a theory. It was a
Okay.
celebration party
Mm,
for all of them. I mean, for most of them, besides Garcelle and Sutton, and maybe
yes.
Crystal, right? But for Kyle, she needed to be the Karen Paris person, right? Now, BK needed to pay off his debt,
He had to pay off. Come on, PK.
and
Hey,
his
just
wife,
cop to it, PK. You already
and
got paid. Just tell us the truth.
that one burglary where I don't know if they did it or Bravo at this point.
Somebody set this
Somebody
up.
paid 3 C-list actors or 2 break in this house, well, walk in the house because she left it open just for a storyline. Because why? It's conveniently showed on the first show, and they going through all this stuff. Maybe they said, well, hey, you know what? Bravo could save a little money. We're not going to pay you as much, PK, but we set up this robbery for you, right? We'll set up this robbery for you, and then you can pay off your gambling debts, and your wife will have a storyline
Yeah.
this season.
This is what makes me think it's fake. You need therapy? You have a real life criminal sitting right next to you, Erika Dorit. She needs the therapy. She doesn't go.
You know who needs the therapy more than Dorit?
Who?
It's Kyle, right? She's crying and moping and all distraught and shit, right? And Dorit sitting over there, yeah, you know, faking, no tears, right?
No tears. Only cried in the confessional. Only cried in the confessional.
When somebody splashed some water on her, did you see a tear? I really
Only
didn't
in
see
the
no
confessional.
tears. Is what I'm saying.
And did you see Andy Cohen, the way he was coddling her at the Andy Cohen? Listen, Andy Cohen, I gotta call it like it is. I don't have anything against you, but I hope Carlos King kicks your ass and run you out of town. Your storylines are getting worse and worse. You were coddling her as if it was the worst thing on earth that happened. Someone walked into her house because she didn't turn on the alarm, and she gets $1 million cash.
Uh-huh.
And he acts like it's the worst thing possible. I've known people that have people break into their house, shoot them with the lovely nickname cop. Okay, they call them cops, pigs, whatever you want to call them, and no therapy.
Yeah.
We don't, and then they act like this is the worst thing that happened in the world. I have not seen Dorit mention anybody else getting robbed in that same neighborhood, anybody losing their lives to her. She hasn't been to one march, one nothing. But it's so bad. It's the worst thing that happened that when Sutton says, oh, you know, I got problems too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You want to talk about something other than the robbery? How could you?
She act like she live on Figueroa. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Like I am so tired of the fakeness, and just like
So
David
bad.
said,
Andy Cohen should get fired for this. Not Dorit, not PK, Andy Cohen. Let me read these super chats because people get mad when David says, oh, thank you, David. The scary thing is that many viewers aren't able to see through the fake crime. I mean, I don't know who didn't see through that.
Some people, I mean, well, obviously a cow didn't see it. I mean, you know, Crystal didn't see it. The only person that truly saw it was Sutton. Sutton's very smart, and
she's the one that's not taking shit from Erika. Sutton is the MVP.
Yeah.
Sheila says, I smell BS. Her story was a staged event. Can we say Susan Smith? Oh, it's the worst thing. I mean, I'm sorry, Perry. You go ahead because I keep cutting you off.
No. I'm just saying. I mean, the whole thing is just tragic. Okay, it's a mess because it was all staged. We watch reality shows every time. How did you get all this clear? Okay, how can you come on the show and have all this clear footage and have all this stuff, but you couldn't hear the glass break? Okay, you couldn't hear the glass break.
Oh, glass, a glass door breaks. You don't hear that.
The guy casually walked up to the glass, broke it.
He walked up. Should I play the surveillance tape?
And then I think it scared him because, you know, He one of those low-level actors, you know what I'm saying? So when shit happens, for real, he jumped back and, okay, is it okay to come in now? Oh, come in. I'm in the bedroom. Come on
My
now. I mean,
grandmother, 86 years old, got robbed at gunpoint in the inner city of Detroit. She's
mhm.
walking up the steps to go to her friend's house. Friend sees the guy come up behind her with a gun. Friend pushes my grandmother back, slams the door. They tussle my grandmother for her purse, slap her, hit her with the butt of the gun, and run off. She did not need a day therapy at 86.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a mess, Sharrell.
I can't
You know,
with
and it's
this
all staged,
fakeness.
and like how you know is she going through so much trauma, but you go into a friend's house, and now
Oh my
wait, your man's not even home.
God. I know.
Going to a friend's house, God knows where the damn key is at. But you going to a friend's house to have some lobster and some damn cocktails, and then show up on purpose with no makeup on, so she can look
It was so staged.
distraught. You know what I'm saying? Like
It was so staged.
cameras right there and shit.
Oh my, I can't. I'm not gonna go off on you, PK, because there's a lot I could say. Because you have a history of being a con artist. I'm not gonna mention it.
Right. Well,
I'm not gonna mention it. We need to stay focused on our common enemy. But I'm just saying, I'm not buying it. Okay, stop with the BS. But we can't get mad at PK. He paid his debt off. He gave us a little camera time. If Bravo's dumb enough to buy it or air it, then it
oh
is
no,
what it
Sharrell,
is.
let's not get it wrong. I never knock a person hustle.
Yeah, we're not knocking your
I'm
hustle,
not
PK.
knocking his
Matter
hustle
of fact,
'cause
you're kind of brilliant.
guess what? Because the money came from the insurance company. It didn't come from Perry. Okay. You successfully pulled off a heist, in my opinion. And I mean, which is good. You know what I'm saying? If I ever need some advice, I'm gonna call PK and say, "Hey, look, brother, I know I call you fat and everything, but hey, we need to talk about this." You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here
I have
for him.
this.
Dude, he literally paid off his debt.
his
And
gambling
really,
debt.
the biggest thing is then gave his wife a storyline, and then he sold that to Bravo. So he made hand over fist with the situation.
We're commending you, PK.
He
We
brilliant.
don't knock your hustle. We think you're smart. I mean, I would do it. I mean, not like that. Mine's at least maybe one of these, something. But she was left in perfect condition.
He's a criminal genius.
Let me play this clip, and then because I was going to play the clip. The super chat says, "Did you see Harry using Renna Beauty? He definitely likes Bussy." It's so much to talk about. Let me play the clip that I had ready to go, and then we'll move on to other people because this is just
ridiculous.
I can't.
But I love it.
Here's the clip. I just wanted to show you there wasn't a single tear when she told the story. But every other time she told the story, she couldn't hold back. I'm just saying. Hold on.
I thought
You're like my kids.
my kids, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I don't see them, and I don't see them. So I get out of my bed, and that's when I saw
Look at Kyle.
not a little person, but a big person. When he saw me, he panicked, and he charged at me, grabbed me, put me down, "Get down to the ground, I'm gonna kill you." Put a gun to me, and I was just hunched over, sobbing, going, "Please."
That's all I can play. It's enough. Let's move on.
I mean, you know what though? For real, let's keep
so
this shit straight.
ridiculous.
I mean, it's just in my opinion. People, I could be wrong. It's 1% chance I'm wrong. That shit did not happen, people.
Yeah, we got to be safe. There is a 1% chance that we're wrong. 1%. 1% for Perry, 0.5% for me. Okay.
I mean, but look, for
PK,
real though,
you're still my boy. Okay.
I never seen nobody, two guys. Was it 2 or 3 guys? Because then she said one guy had
two.
these and the
It
other
was
guy
2.
was stealing stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, but I think last year it was 3 guys was mentioned. I think.
I don't know.
But I'm so used to Erika telling her stories. The car flipped 5 times and it flipped 2 times. I don't know. She's starting to act like
Let's talk
Erika, right?
about Erika. We got to talk about Erika. Erika is the gift that keeps giving. Okay.
Okay.
Like I said, last year her lies were magnificent. Okay. They entertained me from beginning to end. I loved every single minute of it. But now throw drugs and alcohol in the picture. She's probably my favorite person on the show. So this season, this episode, she says that Sutton made up lies on her. Sutton made up lies, and there was no proof to any of the things that she said. She forgot the name Ronald Richards, forgot all about that.
Yeah.
She forgot all about all the victims that came forward and David Lira. She forgot all about this. She told a bold-faced lie and then said, yeah, go look it up. My attorney says none of that stuff was true. I can't.
You know what?
I love Erika. I think she's outdone Renna this year.
She's a trip though, but she bring it. You know what I'm saying? Like
she brings it. Yeah, we can't hate on her. She's the queen.
I mean, she got the little criminal husband and she rolling with him. So you know what I'm saying? Like most people ain't bringing that. Like Lisa Renna husband too much trying on her
PK
makeup.
tried, but Erika has the real conning going on. She's married to the guy.
Okay, no, hers is real.
It's
and then
real.
It's amazing. Like she always gonna bring something. Last year it was the court cases.
Yeah.
Now she don't left civil court having sex with nice people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
listen, first of all, that's a lie, Erika. You were having sex when you were married to Tom too. You can't tell me any different. You've been cheating on him for years, in my opinion. But she's happy about it. Hey, I'm not dating anyone, just having lots of sex.
Yeah. But then you notice though, I mean, because and that all that sexual stuff been keeping her in shape. Did you notice when her but you notice when her and Garcelle was at their little little workout place?
She has lost weight.
And then she can squat all the way down, but Garcelle couldn't. So wearing those boots paid off.
I hear that people that are strung out have a tendency to lose weight. So maybe it's the drugs. Maybe it's the drugs she's taking. I don't know. But she looks very nice this season. Last season, she was starting to look homeless. It was getting bad.
But that was part of the act too. Like, see, to think about this, right? They sort of recreating last year thing. But instead of Tom robbing all the victims, now they want to have this fake burglary, right? That's why Dorit came over looking homeless.
Yeah. You're saying for side effects. You can't come in there glammed up. So she came in with the hair pulled back and no makeup. I guess so.
And she crying out there, I don't care about nice things, and I just worry about my kids. I don't want to keep harping
on this burglary, but I will say this: right before the burglary happened, they shot the season finale last season, in which she said none of her clothes were rented; they're all purchased. Like she just invited someone. That's what I'm saying. It's too convenient.
Right.
She knew what was going to happen that night. She knew. Okay.
I mean, she knew. I mean, because I think this, like, I don't give Dorit too much credit for being too smart.
It's all PK.
Yeah, he's the mastermind in my opinion.
He really is.
You just go home, and I'm gonna get these C-list actors. They're gonna come through the back door. Now, never say, I'm out the country. Remember this. We need to get this money so I can pay off my debt, and you have a storyline.
And it's not the crime; it's the behavior. After the crime, it's the cover up. You had a party after, you insisted on going to the party. You cried us a little too much. You said the burglars left the phone. It's just the after,
that's the most ridiculous
why
thing. Why
can't you just say I was robbed like Kyle did? We were robbed and it didn't get on camera.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But the burglar, now you know what, that is the biggest insult of it all. The burglar said, okay, I do you a favor and count to 40. I'm going to leave it by the back gate.
I'm not making that up. She said, count to 40, then call the cops on me. Okay, I'm moving on because this cannot take up our whole time. And we got to really hurry. So let's talk about Erika. So this season, she's supposed to throw the drugs and alcohol in the mix. I'm not hating on Erika. I'm not hating on her lies. I think it's entertaining. It's comical to me when she was like, yeah, her attitude. Yeah, they said it. So why don't you go look it up? And then she drinks her drink.
Oh yeah.
I love her attitude. It's so unnecessary and so fake gangster. But she has these bitches in control. They're scared of her.
Yeah.
Her fake gangster ass. Erika, you are the fakest gangster there ever is. I know real gangsters. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't talk half as much shit as you do. You're all this.
Yeah. No. But the other ladies are afraid of her because they ain't never ran across nobody like that.
Yeah. She's, oh my God.
Kyle been pampered for years.
I can't.
We know how Crystal got her husband. I'm just saying.
It's proven fact this season. Kyle has no storyline. Andy Cohen, why isn't she fired? Not only is she not the queen of the show, she's the highest paid to be the biggest two-faced backstabbing bitch on the show. And she's not even bringing it like Lisa Rinna.
Nothing. She ain't bringing nothing.
Like, Kyle needs to be fired. I can't with Kyle anymore. Vile Kyle, please go away. Or maybe you backstabbing your sister this season is going to be worth watching because, you guys aren't talking yet again. Why isn't Kathy the queen of that show? I like Kathy way better than I like Kyle.
I know we can like person, but, she don't bring anything. Really, at this point, Erika probably should be the queen of the show.
Or should we give it to Rinna?
No.
She's
you know what,
disaster.
though? You know what, though? See, I can't give it to her because she need Erika. That's why she'll go over there and cry with her little broke ass.
But Lisa Rinna, let's just go over Lisa Rinna, what she gets paid
she's
for.
sitting there selling marbles and shit on IG.
So this was her storyline this episode. Her daughter is moving to New York. We haven't talked about the overdose that your daughter did a couple months ago. We haven't talked about that. We don't talk about Harry and his, identity crisis.
Right.
I can't. You gotta love Lisa Rinna. She's the pimp. She's the biggest pimp in the game. She really is. Between her and Erika.
Erika beats her though, because Erika brings more.
Yeah, because when you throw in the drugs and the alcohol now, now you're a junkie too.
Yeah,
we got to give it to Erika.
She brings it. She gonna bring the people. She gonna wear those hooker boots. You know what I'm saying? Like she would do anything. Slap a hoe at the table.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Like
she's the big. If Erika just ran into Nene Leakes, she would back down and cry. Just Nene Leakes. We don't even need a real gangster. Just Nene. You talk a lot of shit, Erika, but it's entertaining and quite funny. And you've got these bitches shook. It's kind of fun. GD says, word is Sutton knows the robbery was fake. Sutton knows it all. Sutton is the MVP. MVP is Sutton. She's the only one brave enough to fall for the foolery. And they all hate her this season. You notice that? They all hate Sutton this season.
Yep.
Except for Garcelle.
Right. And
I don't know what's up with Garcelle. I'm trying to be down with you, Garcelle. You go to the robbery party. I don't know what you call it. Oh, and you all hug and we're so thankful you're okay.
A burglary celebration. It was the burglary celebration.
Yeah, you go to the burglary celebration. I wouldn't be down with the foolery, Garcelle. I wouldn't.
That's what she
I would have to be like Sutton. Sutton didn't go. Sutton wasn't
there. She didn't go.
She didn't.
And she know better. See, so I think Garcelle is stepping it up, but she got help. And you ain't get to second guess your thought when Sutton thinking the same thing. All this shit is fake.
Yeah, Garcelle, please don't let me down this season. I'm gonna give you a break too. I'm hanging in there with you. I was underwhelmed last season. Can you step it up just a little bit? Please. To go to the robbery celebration was just right. I was a little disappointed.
And then sit there, because I couldn't even sit there really and listen to the sad ass lies that she was, and he shoved me. And this happened. You know what? If you were for real, if you was that damn distraught, you would not have your ass at the burglary celebration.
I don't believe it. Listen,
would be with your
it's
kids.
A 1% chance that we're wrong.
But Sharrell,
1% for you, 0.5% for me.
Like I said this, why didn't PK call his wife to say, where are you? because he acted like he went to the house and then he said, "Oh, cops and all the cameras are out there." He said something like that, like it's a
Yeah.
circus at the house. But why are you calling Kyle?
For
To
more
ask
sympathy? You mean when
what?
he pulled up in the driveway? Why are you calling Kyle and not Dorit?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to find out where your wife is.
Perry, we got to move on because I got to take some calls.
Okay, yeah.
Pamela says, Perry, super sleuth. Love y'all. Read the heifers. I'm trying not to. PK, look, I'm not just going to say all bad things about you. We respect your hustle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you just get to own up to us also. I mean, you can't be a
As
criminal.
soon as you own up to it.
Yeah,
okay,
I mean,
so
yeah.
now, let's go. So we got Kyle, who her storyline this year is her daughter getting over the pandemic. Not that the daughter had COVID.
No.
I can't.
I mean, hell, she might be. Yeah.
The daughter didn't get COVID.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't getting over losing to someone to COVID. She just couldn't deal with being in the house, I guess.
Right.
But now she's over it. Okay. I'm not going to drag you, Kyle, because you're pimping the hell out of Andy Cohen. You have managed to be the highest paid on that show, and you literally have brought nothing to the show. Okay.
You don't deserve it.
You got Lisa Vanderpump canned. You managed to keep your job. And you have absolutely no storyline. We're not talking about Mauricio's lawsuits. We're not talking about the cheating rumors. None of that. So, I can't knock your hustle either. It's not as good as PK's, but you tried. All right.
Yeah.
That's her storyline on this episode is her daughter got over COVID. Besides that, she was queen ass kissing Dorit, trying to make it a bigger scene. I swear to God. Okay, I'm not going to talk about this robbery again. I'm not.
I know, but it always comes back up.
I can't, but she was the biggest supporter of Dorit, who needs therapy for getting $1 million after getting robbed and no one got hurt. Okay. All right. Let's move on. So we got we got to talk about Sutton, the MVP of the show.
Yep.
She threw shade this episode at Lisa Rinna. Oh, I love Sutton for saying that Garcelle didn't call to say thank you for what was it? For something.
Some sauce.
Some sauce
that Harry made.
I love this. Sutton truly is the MVP, and she does it in that little Southern accent of hers. Okay, and she said Lisa Rinna didn't call me to tell me thank you. I love her. I love Sutton. MVP. Can you believe she's the realest one on the show?
No, I know. That's why I'm starting. Like she's starting to be my favorite.
She's my favorite.
And then she in this episode she did a lot for me. She checked Kyle.
And Lisa Rinna.
She said, "I can't basically tell you who to hang out with, but I ain't hanging out with these trifling hoes, right?" That's what she said. She said because I got money.
Yeah,
I don't need to be out there swinging on the pole to get it.
Sutton is the best. Sutton is the best. She doesn't fool with the madness. She knows they're liars. She doesn't care if she's not invited to the party. You're not a part of the mean girl crew. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. Garcelle tries to keep a relationship with them. Why, Garcelle? They're phony. They're phony. Okay.
That's the part that's upsetting me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to just draw the line. If it's war, it's war. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she can't just keep trying to, well, I talk shit about you behind your back, but I'm going to come to every party and hug you. No, I mean, you can't, the last thing I want is a tree hugger.
I mean, Garcelle tried to stand up to Erika. She got her to tell more lies. It's just ridiculous. Okay, so who else we got, Perry? Because I'm going to start dropping.
Crystal, nothing really happened.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Crystal.
I mean, besides the basement is not finished yet, $500,000. So
I said $500,000 on my basement. Well, you're the fool now, aren't you? $500,000 on a basement? Why don't you just move? Okay.
Like I said, so and Lisa Rinna, like you said, she's not gonna come out with her real stories, or things like that with Harry and stuff like that. So her daughter, and then she trying to her storyline gonna be this bullshit ass makeup company or whatever she got
that you sell on Instagram. Okay.
And then for Harry, I mean, they showed a little clip of him. Look, I mean, first you get the acrylic nails, and now you putting on some lip balm.
Oh, you talking about Harry?
Yeah. I mean, sometime, bro, slow it down.
I mean, Harry, you're making us believe the rumors, according to Lisa, that you should I say, but okay, that you are bisexual. I'll be professional with it. You know, I mean, you have acrylic nails, you're putting on lipstick.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the rumors. Look, you're never home. This is just getting ridiculous. But you know, I still can't knock Harry because I like Lisa Rinna ridiculousness. She's so ridiculous. You just gotta like her. I mean,
No, I get it, but you got to
not
call her
even
out for
like
what
her.
she do.
Appreciate that she's there.
Yeah, you still got to call her out though for what you see.
She
I
looks
can
a
like
lot
you.
better with her wigs on, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, I mean, she go from looking like the damn Joker to damn, she's cute again with the wig. She look like the Joker without that wig on.
Perry, stop.
She do.
The Joker.
She had begging for attention.
That is so mean. That will hurt a woman's feelings. You can't say a Joker. Can you say something else?
That what she looked like. I can't find nothing else more ridiculous than that.
She did. Lisa Rinna, please keep your wig on. Don't ever be seen without it. You look ridiculous, please. The 80s hairstyle. I'm so over. I'm so over it. So okay, so who do we have? We have Rinna. We had who basically didn't have the robbery took up most of the show, who basically didn't have a storyline this season. Her daughter is moving. No one gives a damn. Let's talk about the overdose. No, you know, no shade. We got Erika, who claims that everyone's lying on her, and check the effing records. You gotta love Erika Jane, okay? She's just gonna play a wannabe thug until it's over. And okay, so then we got Kyle, the ass kisser, Dorit, the liar. Who are we missing? Oh, Crystal. Oh, why are you on the show? Just why are you on the show?
I mean, just to advertise some, kind of basement design or something.
I think we covered everybody. Did I miss anyone? Because I'm gonna start taking calls. This is ridiculous. Oh, Nina, my first
up, Nina?
I can't believe I'm y'all's first caller.
I can't believe it either.
Hey, y'all.
Nina, I'm not trying to throw shade at PK. Do you believe this robbery?
No way.
Thank you.
That did not happen. I said in the chat, those two robbers looked like they was going to ask for some damn butter.
Yeah.
They were too smooth. It was a setup.
It was a setup. Remember the Avant? Clarence Avant that lost his life in the robbery at 85. But Dorit doesn't have one scratch on her. And then this is what did it. This is when you really messed up, PK. Allegedly. I gotta say allegedly. Is when the robber left the phone, the cell phone for her to call cops.
Well, that too. But then, okay, so you don't turn on your alarm. Okay, so your reason is because the children wakes up in the middle of the night and they'll come get in the bed with me. We don't want them to go downstairs because they'll trip the alarm. Okay, I understand it. But you didn't hear all that damn glass that shattered.
Yeah,
number
exactly.
one. And then number two, if you don't have the alarm on that beautiful home, for whatever reason, you don't have one on your fence. You don't have no detectors on your fence.
Okay.
And this damn time, people have got those cams on. I got one on my apartment door.
No ring light.
Those ring cams. I can see who coming on my apartment. I got it setting up in my bedroom.
And you decide not to turn on your alarm when you're home alone
with no your children.
With your children. But I'm so tired. I just wanted to go to bed, and I just want to trip the alarm.
Child bye.
Now, Nina, have you known anybody who's got robbed?
Oh yes.
Did they go to therapy?
No, I've never known nobody to go to therapy, but I know somebody that went back and tried to rob them.
Banter babe, do you believe the robbery?
Absolutely not. I had to play it back a few times because I was like, where are the tears? How can PK and Dorit both be talking about such a drastic event with no tears? And also, I was assuming the event happened the same day that she went round to Carl's house. Why would you leave your children unattended?
Hello, okay, like what?
Are you filming if you've just been robbed?
Look, this is my
You know,
theory.
why are you filming? If I had just been robbed,
Why are you
Forget the
filming?
show.
Thank
I
you,
need
Banter
time out.
Babe.
Right.
Why are
traumatized.
you filming?
Sharrell, this was
Right. I'm
Bravo.
traumatized. I need to spend time with my kids. Did you notice when PK walked through the door, it's almost as if he gave me this, oops, I haven't put my eye drops in to get the tears ready. So he kind of went to go back and close the door. And then when he
The
came in,
tears
when
were
he
too
came in,
much
she
for
was like,
me. You
"It's
are
okay,
right.
Baba.
Like,
I'm here,
what?
Baba."
She
like,
could have.
it's
She
just-
would have pulled
I
him
mean,
off
I'm
on.
British and I know English people. When an English guy puts his hands over his face like that and puts his head down, there's no tears.
No,
He's not
But-
crying at all. PK
but
was actually
Sharrell.
kind of laughing as he was doing that dramatic bending over. It was giving very much Amber Heard. And I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like Amber Heard, PK,
Amber Heard in the
Dorit,
paper
the
towel.
whole, you know, it's the collapse of the white woman tears for me. Because it's just not working. It's not working. Amber Heard is the worst. And
They
and
should
now
have
when
bought
I
cow
cannot,
tears.
when I saw Dorit bending down without her makeup and looking at Erika for sympathy, I was like, oh my God. There's
It's too.
no tears. She couldn't
He
even put, like,
overstaged it. What were you gonna say, Nina? You think Bravo
When-
set this up?
Yes, when it first came on, I was done then because it was doom, 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 doom. And they were
I
showing
know.
the cameras, like Bravo had it all set up, for this to be, I think it's a whole Bravo thing. People did not want Dorit to be gone. Dorit was supposed to be gone or a friend to the show. This is staged.
It's staged. The music. Why do we need the dun, dun, dun,
Why did we have to
dun,
open?
dun?
Exactly.
Why did we have to open up with that? Dorit, please miss me with that BS and Kyle. Oh
And
my
why
God,
was
Kyle,
Dorit scared of Kyle's dog, but not scared of the
Oh,
glass
yeah.
that
Okay.
shattered?
Oh,
But she's like,
the
"It's the dog,
dog's
it's the
barking.
dog."
Please
But she
help
wasn't
me.
scared of the
My dog does that
robbers.
every
She wasn't
night,
scared of the
Dorit.
robbers.
Hold on, guys. I got something wrong. It says Sharrell, Clarence Avant did not lose his life. It was his
wife.
beautiful wife. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
The
it
other
was
way
his
around.
wife. That's
Please
right. You're
correct
right.
that. You said it wrong twice. I do apologize. Something like that should be said accurately out of respect. It really, really should.
Yeah,
It was
his
the wife that lost
Mhm.
her life.
Right.
Nevertheless, that's a real robbery.
That's a real
Right.
robbery.
That's a
Somebody
real robbery.
And Mauricio, or however you say his name, he looks so jacked. And when I say jacked, I mean high. Oh, here comes Dorit in her She by Sheree sweatsuit. Here she
That's
comes.
right. Mauricio loves weed. I forgot.
He was high as a kite.
I was
Ebony,
gonna say,
sound
you know
off.
what? Kyle better watch
Hi.
out for Erika Jane, because the way Erika Jane was flirting with Mauricio, she's a single woman now. When she's like, "You hurt
Oh,
my
stop.
feelings."
Okay,
Mauricio-
okay,
no,
stop.
Mauricio-
Okay,
I'm
stop.
thinking,
Okay,
Mauricio
stop.
don't
Mauricio,
want
you
her.
just
You
standing there
think
acting
Erica's
scared.
gonna go after? Okay, I can't.
But see,
can't.
Erica
No.
James,
because
she
did you
said
not
that
see
she's
the
not
way she was
single yet.
flirting with him?
She said she's not
Like
single
Yeah, she's
yet.
not
said,
single
when she
yet.
said to Sutton, I'm gonna F you up if you cross me. She was so stern with Sutton, but with Mauricio, who was literally taking the PISS with PK, they were all sitting at the table
I
laughing at
can't.
your geriatric husband. When you saw him, it was
Ebony,
like,
sound
batting your
off.
eyelids,
What did
like,
you
"Oh
think
my
of the
God, you hurt my
robbery?
feelings, Mauricio."
Well,
Kyle,
I
you better watch your
believe
friend. Watch your friend.
Go ahead. She's on a delay. Go ahead.
you're fine. I believe the robbery was fake, honestly. I don't believe it was real. Listen, I was held hostage in my own home with 3 kids. I didn't go to therapy. I didn't want to hang out with nobody. I wasn't taking phone calls.
Okay, wait. So you were actually robbed.
I was held at gunpoint by an ex-boyfriend. I wasn't robbed. He held me and
Did
my
he leave
kids
a
hostage.
phone for you to call when he left?
No, he did not.
Did you cry? Did you have a hostage party?
Hell no. Am I allowed to curse?
Did you leave your kids by
I didn't go to
themselves?
work. I didn't talk to anybody. That's a devastating thing to go through. And what really took it off was like, if you just got robbed, why in the heck would you leave your kids with a security and a nanny? I'm not trusting anybody right now.
Right.
I'm not about to be around anyone.
There you go.
For all we
You
know, it
said
could
it
have been
all.
your security
And there
and
was
your
no
nanny that
therapy
set
for
it up.
you?
I to this day, it happened in 2017 on Valentine's Day. I have not been to therapy yet. It's hard to
How
trust
long did you
people.
cry? I'm not trying to be mean here. How long did you
No,
cry?
it's not being me. I went into the depressed stage for a whole year, a really bad depressed stage. I couldn't
How
trust nobody.
long was it
Right.
before you went to your next party?
I never had. What the hell? I'm sorry. I would never had a party. That's just dumb. What?
I'll just
Oh, when I
say,
went like on like out and went with friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Never. To this day, I'm in my house.
Oh, and you still have side effects from it, and you don't want to be around too many people, do you?
No, I'm really an introvert. I'm really a homebody. I don't hang around people, even
Yeah, I
around
said it.
clubs,
There you
crowds.
go.
I'm paranoid. You know, it's
All right,
that's devastating.
thank you for guys for calling. I have a long line. I'm gonna try to get
you
to a
my
lot of calls
boy.
tonight.
Thank you
Hey,
for
what's
having
up? What's
us.
up?
Thank
Bye.
you. Take care, guys. Bye bye.
Thank
Oh, I got a
you.
long line in the
Bye.
daytime. That's crazy. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Sin.
What's up?
And hi, GD. And we got one more. Get a better alarm. Let's start with you, Lisa. Do you believe the robbery?
Yeah.
I'm
Why
glad
do
she
you
said
believe
a
I'm
the
gonna
song.
tell
robbery?
you, this what I say. Because you remember when you reported last year, I was like, nah, I don't believe it's real. But at that time, it was a lot of robberies going around in that neighborhood. And this is why I say this right here. This is why I say this. I remember hearing her saying, she said, because she just said day of the robbery, her and her kids just got back in town. And I
Okay.
believe the robbery of the people who robbed the place, they probably chasing out the joint and they found with nobody home.
Okay, let me ask
And
you
they
this,
changed.
Lisa. Have you ever been robbed?
On me. That's just me. Because I
Let,
don't
let
think
me
you
let
know
me ask you a couple
actually.
questions. Have you ever been robbed?
No.
Do you know somebody who's been robbed?
Yeah.
Did the burglar leave them a phone to call the cops on them?
Not that I know of.
Did they have to go to therapy?
But some people did and some people don't.
No, the people that you knew that got robbed.
No, no. They suffer through depression.
Did they get $1 million?
No, not that. No, they know. I know one of my friends. The insurance paid them. They stuff did get robbed. And they had home insurance, so so they did get the insurance money back.
Did
You
your
know, so,
friends throw them a robbery party?
so wrong.
I'm just asking.
There was no robbery. Party, just like a small get together. You so wrong. So you embarrassed.
I'm just asking you about your friend. Did they get some kind of
Didn't
sympathy
nobody
party?
throw no party. Didn't nobody throw
Okay,
no
then I
party.
got to move on to Sin. Sin, have you ever been robbed?
No.
Do you know anybody who's been robbed?
Yes. They didn't throw no party.
Did
Oh,
they go
you
to therapy?
you got me sitting over choking. I mean,
And
I'm
you,
just
Lisa.
saying.
And you, Lisa.
Did
No,
they
they didn't
go
go
to
to therapy
therapy?
either. No. And what's so bad about it, she says they have an alarm in that house. You turn your emotions off because 9 times out of 10, when you get your alarm system, they'll tell you if you have a dog or whatever, it's not going to have inside motions.
Exactly.
It's
Thank
going to
you.
bypass it.
but
And
You know,
the
but she's
kids
not
wasn't
the
three
only
months
one
old.
though. I know a lot of people got
yeah.
alarm system. I know a
I'm
lot of
not
people got
knocking.
alarm
If you
system. They
believe
didn't
it,
turn the
Lisa,
alarms
you
on
believe
though.
it. But I'm just saying, I know
They
a lot of
didn't get
people that's
robbed.
been robbed. 3 people in my family have been robbed. When my son got robbed at gunpoint and he had to run and jump a fence, he got in the car. He was tearful. It dried up after he told me the story, and we went to go get something to eat. There was no therapy involved. What about you, Banter? Get an alarm.
I mean, I'm in agreement with the other caller that spoke before me. I was watching her on Watch What Happens Live last night,
Hmm.
and they asked her the question why she didn't arm her house. And here's my thing. Okay, so my husband's gone out of town before. My house is nearly not as worth as much as her house probably is, and I don't live in an extravagant neighborhood. I mean, Encino's kind of like lower than Beverly Hills, but it's still nice in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With my husband gone and my 6-year-old daughter and myself in the home, I'm going to arm my house at night because you never know.
Okay.
Exactly.
And
Okay.
also,
Exactly.
just like the caller said, when you arm your house, if you have an updated system, that's why I was like, what kind of system does she have? You have
Right.
an option to disable the motions inside if you set it for a certain like setting. So like if I set it for away, any sensor trigger is going to set off my alarm. If I set it for night, meaning I'm in the house but I'm arming the house, I could walk around and it's not going to set off a sensor. So
Thank you.
How about this?
I
You guys
wasn't
been
like
watching my channel. Perry just went to North Carolina. I'm in the house with my son, my
Pitbull.
8-year-old son, and his girlfriend, and I got a 356 Magnum in my
got the strap
drawer.
next to you.
Okay,
Single arm in the
like,
house.
if I heard some glass breaking, I'm gonna go see what's going on.
Exactly.
I'm
And not to sound kooky or anything too, when I was watching her, my gut was telling me I was not believing her. You know how you're around something or you hear something and your spirit is telling you something don't sound right. Like this doesn't sound real. Like watching her speak about it in real time on the show, I was not buying it. Like I just was picking up on BS.
Yep, exactly.
Naomi,
like a
what
script.
about you? Do you know anybody that's been robbed, or have you been robbed?
I think that especially anybody who's been through a traumatic experience is not able to reenact the whole scene like the day after. Like she was like literally on her knees, like they had the gun to my head and she was on her knees. Like somebody who's been through actually went through that is not able to do it without like completely breaking down, especially so soon.
So she was giving you truth vibes. Like you think she's telling the truth?
No. She said she's not.
Yeah, like I feel like.
But she's not a good actor, though. She's not an actress, and she's not act that good.
There's a couple things that I noticed that, like, I feel like they're gonna get booked for when they're investigating, obviously, the insurance. So, first of all, Dorit and PK, they were in debt to two different things. So they were in debt for their casino debt, and then they're also in debt, and for their taxes. So,
and then she had a lawsuit for the guy that she went into business with.
As soon as they got paid from the insurance for their things, the first debt they paid off was the casino debt. And I thought that was really, really strange. And like the more I thought about it, I'm like, obviously, because casinos and mafias, they're very well connected. So I feel like they had no choice but to pay off the casino debt first.
Yeah.
Like who would
She has such a good point. Naomi, you are making such a good point.
Well, everybody would pay off their taxes first. Like no one's gonna go pay their casino debt first after they just got their insurance money and all that stuff. And I feel like they had to, or else they would have like ended up dead or something. No, because the mafia doesn't play, especially with the way PK.
They mailed Erika's fingers.
Yeah, and then the second thing I noticed was when they were like, she was like, first when they got in there, she was like, yeah, they were just like, when they saw me, they were just like, just kill her. And like, so they were planning on killing her, but then as it winds down to them getting all the stuff, she was like, you might as well just leave while you can. And they're like, okay. And she's like, and please leave my phone. And they're like, okay, sure. And then they went and left her phone on the porch. Like, I don't. And they're like, why would you even ask that? You're like, you don't have any other phones in your house that you could like run to after the emergency. Like, you're gonna risk being like, leave my phone, so they know you're gonna call the police as soon as they leave. Like, and
if it's a real robber, then it's an iPhone. You know they're gonna take
the phone. Okay, what?
Yeah,
and she just asked them like,
and if it's an iPhone.
And they were like, oh, we're not leaving here with nothing less than $1 million. It's like exactly what she needed from the insurance company.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm sure the mom set that up.
But earlier, I was on another blogger. Somebody said PK might have set up and didn't tell her.
He set up Nutella.
He didn't. He set it up, but he didn't tell her what's going.
Either he set it up, Bravo set it up. Somebody set up this robbery.
I can see that.
That's what everybody was saying earlier. I'm like, what?
Listen, robbers that I know, seriously, they're on a timer, okay? Because they get in, they get out. They don't have you escort them around. They probably tie you up. They don't have you escort around. They damn sure don't leave a phone.
And they'll come prepared, not use your comforter.
Come prepared. They know they get in and they get out.
But the robbers that they showed on the that we seen, they look like dumber and dumbest.
Yeah, how do you go to rob a place but you don't bring a bag? Like, what are you gonna leave?
Yeah, exactly. It was like two C-list actors.
I
that
can't.
I'm starting to wonder if somebody.
Plus, if you're gonna stake out a place like that, like,
it's a scam. Look, I mean, because I get what you're saying, Lisa. When you come on, you're trying to set the scene. Oh, well, it was a rash of burglaries back then. If anybody knew it was a rash of burglaries going on in their neighborhood, it's other people in the neighborhood. She would have known other houses getting robbed. You would have turned that shit on. And like the person said with the
Big
alarm,
time.
when
And
you
had my
away from
gun
the house,
out.
when you're away, motion sensors, everything's on, unless you get a dog and you choose whatever, right? But it's different buttons that you hit. She just didn't move into
The
the house.
panic button. There's just things that I know. And they let
I'm
your
just
children
saying.
sleep. They didn't tie anybody up. They didn't put anybody in a room. They had you escort. Here's a lovely Chanel bag right here.
But the funny part about it, did y'all notice that it wasn't garbage bags? It was garment bags that they took the stuff out in.
Okay, I'm done.
No, she said a
And
comforter.
she said,
It was a
She
she
said
said
comforter,
a
they
right?
took the
comforter.
comforter. She said they took the comforter out the bed and put everything in the comforter.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's
Drag
what
it
she
out.
said.
What burglar goes in there and an intention to rob you and you have nothing to put it in?
Yep. They was all in
Like,
garment bags. And you watch
All
you
the
her
hadn't
somewhere
put
property
it in
close
a
to
guns.
close to
comforter.
Just
the
like you
cashier.
said, in 1% it probably did happen, but I mean,
It's okay. I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I'm just telling you, like,
I did
it's
feel sorry. I mean, last night, I mean, when she was telling the story, and I was really, she's not a good actor,
I can't feel sorry for her.
and you know,
I can't either.
and the
I'm
way,
not feeling bad.
and let me say this, I'm gonna say about by Cal, I'm not gonna say by Cal because something had happened to one of my friends, and I got very emotional for her
Hmm.
because
You
she had
cried.
got attacked. Yeah, my friend got attacked.
Kyle was more emotional than
Uh,
me.
And I got emotional. That's because she did get attacked. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
that's one of my closest friends. So
And you cared about her.
that's why I was saying in the chat earlier. I said her and Kyle is friends. So and I'm like blank like if it did go down, like you said, 1%. If
Yeah.
it did go down 1%, I would be
she
emotional
was
too. And
Right.
then
I'm okay.
she was
Look,
crying.
I
Lisa,
must
Lisa,
Well,
be.
Cal's
Lisa.
dramatic. She's emotional
Kyle's
over
worried because
everything.
she thinks
you
she's
know,
next.
so I mean, so if something like that happened to one of my friends, I'd be very
But
emotional
Nice,
too.
Lisa,
Lisa.
you assuming that um
It
Cal is
happened.
Cal is Dorit's friend. Cal don't give a damn about Dorit. And
Mm.
then but she acts like no, she using that for a storyline to seem
Right.
compassionate and all this. She don't care about her. Let me tell you that for one.
Or I
She just
we
don't.
could just be flawed human beings because when our son got robbed, we didn't cry. We were like, "Oh, they got you." Like,
Yeah, I mean,
you all
You
right?
glad, now
you're
you
just
are.
glad they safe. Once you find out they safe, it changes all that. You know,
Yeah.
it's just a weird thing. And then see, Kyle is using it and she's stretching it because
Yeah, she need a
you
storyline.
you see her in the morning while she by herself. She crying about the rape, or is she crying about Mauricio's cheating? You know what I'm saying?
Cheating.
Right. But
I
but
She
she
feel
was
that
using
crying before Sutton came over. Oh, I've just been a wreck all day.
I think
Why? You
I
didn't
think
get
And then
robbed.
I know, but
and
I
the
think
week,
Kyle had to really do it up because she was robbed like the year before or whatever, so she had to feel like she was
sudden,
with the
now
chicken
that was
opera.
the trip part about it
She
right there was
didn't
how
cry
sudden
when they
felt.
robbed her.
I know she didn't even.
Mm-mm.
She didn't cry
She
when
didn't
she
cry.
really got
Exactly.
robbed. I can't with
And
this
they
show. I can't.
exactly.
She was
And
like,
Now
then
sudden,
The
now
white
sudden, like you said,
fragility.
sudden was the VIP. Now sudden was the VIP. Sudden said, "Well,
Sutton is
shoot,
the
I got all
MVP.
the stuff going on myself. I ain't had no gun put in my head, but I sure got other stuff going
and
She
on."
she was like,
did.
I'm
sorry.
like, what?
this why and this is another reason why I think Bravo might have something to do with it. Or PK could have did his little hustle on the side, but sold it to Bravo. Bravo modified it to make these people buy into these roles because Cal is playing a role. We're gonna
Yep.
use this, and this is what I
Hmm.
need you to say because Cal is running around like Dorit's spokesman, right? Oh, we are so
She
proud
know
of you.
Teddy's husband
She
put that alarm system in.
she's
I
saying
was
this.
gonna say, was it Teddy's husband? Was it
Yeah.
Here
Teddy's
is
It's
husband?
Cal.
Teddy's fault.
That was somebody else said too. That was somebody else said. They don't need to
Cal said
use
this.
Ted the husband no more. They need to
Yeah,
go through a
Cal
real
said
long
that
system place.
Dorit is so brave. She was so calm when the burglars was there. How the hell you know? She act like she was in the closet.
Exactly.
How you know how calmly she was talking?
And let's be honest, we didn't see Dorit cry when the Breonna Taylor thing happened or anything like this.
Uh-uh.
Uh-huh.
She's acting like this is bigger than that.
Uh-huh.
That she needs therapy. They've showed no such social justice issues sympathy whatsoever.
Not even for
And
Erica's
then they
victims.
expect all of us to start crying because she got robbed. Please.
Yeah.
She gonna have
Super
some
Chat
of the
says
watch.
technical difficulties on my end, but I hope Sutton or Garcelle calls out Dorit Smollett. Yeah, y'all are wrong. I'm not buying the lies. Queen of crying with no tears.
Exactly.
Also,
That's
I
why I
wanted
said.
to say
That's
that
that's why I said, y'all housewives, if y'all gonna put them tears on, baby doll, baby, put some eye drops or whatever you got to do in your face to put the real tears on. Okay, stop faking the tears, baby. Put the real tears on. Okay.
yeah,
What were you
also
gonna say, Naomi? Go ahead.
I feel like because like I feel like Bravo is obviously leaning into it a lot, and I feel like they know that it was like a setup and a scam, but they're really just they want to be there for when Dorit and PK like get arrested. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
the
they
long
want to make sure
haul.
the
Right.
cameras are there
Maybe.
for when
Yeah.
it unravels.
Yes.
And I want to see if she wears or carries any of those purses that she had last year.
No, because you know how
Okay,
Mm-mm.
they'll.
you be on purse alert. Okay, you watch
Oh,
all
don't
the
worry.
purses in.
Don't worry.
You
I was
if
I,
she
already
I
had
like
a
will.
pizza outfit this
Yep.
season.
I was
Because
already
you want
I
to see
would.
the
imagining it
name
in my
brand. You
head
want to see the
for
name
like
brand, honey. She love wearing them Louis Vuittons and them Gucci's, baby.
I was
She
already
love
Mhm.
Oh, don't
imagining it
worry.
in my head from the next year where they'll have like all the headlines of her like being arrested, and then they're gonna cut back to her like crying about the robbery at Kyle's house like from last year, and then it'll be like Dorit and PK arrested for fraud and bank fraud and
Indictment.
all this stuff. Yeah, I
All
can
right,
Is
you
it
imagine
guys.
on the
like
line?
I got 1 minute, really quickly. You guys. Let's start with you, Naomi. Your thoughts on Erika Jane, and are you loving her now that she's junkie?
oh my, she looks like she's like in denial, like delusional denial. She was like, yeah, they don't have anything against me. She's like trying to convince Garcelle so hard.
Oh my
I'm like, okay,
God.
okay, Erica.
What about you, Alarm? What are your thoughts on Erika, really quick?
I'm indifferent. I don't like that she's still flippant about the victims,
Uh-huh.
but I can respect how she's standing her ground and holding her own. So we'll see. We'll see.
It's you, Sin, really quick.
Uh, fool. I don't.
Now I know what you're gonna say, Lisa. You love Erika, don't
No,
you?
no, 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 no.
Oh, oh,
No, 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 no.
you've
You
graduated.
know how I felt like. You know how I felt last year. I feel like she was lying about all this stuff with him, and I know that right there. But I believe, gonna be between her and what's that girl name? Sutton gonna be
Rihanna.
the key this year.
Yeah.
Because she said she's drinking the wine, she having good sex, or
Mm-hmm. That's
whatever
what
she
you said.
doing, and she having the drugs and eating Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
So
And mix it.
hey man,
All right.
I'm not.
Thank
I
you
want
guys
to
for
drink the
calling
wine
in. I
until
will
it's
be
cheaper.
reviewing this again next week. I'm taking notes. Thank you guys. Take care.
Thank you,
I'm
guys.
taking.
You too. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Perry.
Yeah.
Colby says, we're from the streets. We could see game so obvious.
Yeah.
Nobody
I mean,
believes that
yeah.
robbery.
I mean,
But
Stevie
one
Wonder can see
person.
this shit as a lie.
Okay, what are your final thoughts so far on
No,
Beverly
I
Hills?
think the show is going to be good. I mean, the characters and stuff, and I think it's going to play out pretty well this season. So we just stay
It's
tuned.
entertaining.
Yeah.
I love watching people lie to me and me calling them out. It's the best. I love it. All right, you guys, thank you so much. We will be reviewing this next week. Like I said, if you've been watching my channel, you notice I don't work half as hard as I used to. I might do 1 or 2 videos a week and I'm done. So I have to like this to even review it to begin with. PK, no disrespect to you. Respect your hustle, but I'm not falling for it. Don't get offended. We're not buying it. I want to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel. You do. So I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. You guys, please don't forget to click that like button on your way out. Perry, let's go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.